again, the umpire's just checking the playing area, checking the height of the net, making sure it's safe and sound out there. So there we have Wang Hao, 27 years of age, just receiving his racket from the umpire. That will have been checked by the technical officials. Was number one in the world, Wang Hao, until a few days ago. The November ranking this came out, he slipped down one place to number 2. He was runner-up in the World Championships earlier this year in May in Rotterdam to Zhang Zhika. And there's his opponent, Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, 23 years of age, number 12 in the world. Has been as high as 11, not quite made the top 10 yet. Last minute advice from Jörg Roskopf. And now both players out at the table. They will have a 2-minute practice before they start this second match in the semi-final of the World Team Championships.
And as you were saying, Wang Hao being world ranked number 1. There was a time a few years back when virtually no one could beat him. He ranked number 1 from January 2008 up to January 2010. That's 2 whole years being number 1 in the world rankings. It's going to be a very difficult task here for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Could be the same case as we saw in the first game. If he can manage to get into an open rally, if he can get out of the service and receive game, we might have a chance against Wang Hao. OVTCHAROV certainly been improving over the last year, following in the footsteps of the German number 1 player Timo Boll, who unfortunately had to cancel this event due to a back injury.
And that will be of great disappointment to Timo Boll and to the German crowd and the German team, but nevertheless 3 fine players lining up for Germany today. But as opponents come much tougher than the gentleman on the left playing in the red shirt, world champion. He's made the final of the Olympics on the last 2 occasions in Beijing and Athens. Lost to Ma Lin in Beijing, and I guess the Chinese weren't too disappointed. All China affair, but very disappointingly from a Chinese point of view, in 2004 he lost to the Korean player Roo Sung-min, which was quite a surprise. So Roo Sung-min became the second player from Korea to win the men's singles title, the first being Yoonam Kyu back in 1988 when table tennis made its debut in the Olympic Games. So the 2-minute practice is now complete. The umpires will have spun the coin to decide who serves, who receives serves. All formalities are complete. Last minute toweling down, and it's Wang Hao to serve at the start of the first game.
Excellent spraying the ball by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, crossing Wang Hao first deep into his backhand side and then plays deep into the forehand. He's worked himself up to a straight up 2-0 lead in the first game. Now has his own service to build on it. OVTCHAROV doing a very unconventional service. And if you're ever wondering how to do a forehand topspin as a penhold player, that is it. Excellent smash by Wang Hao. Ball trade way too fast for OVTCHAROV to react. OVTCHAROV showing us that he's up to the task. Equally impressive backhand topspin from him. Right onto the elbow.
I think it's worth pointing out, Sebastian, that OVTCHAROV hit a rich vein of form this summer, winning 2 Pro Tour events in Korea and Brazil. So he's obviously in good form. Still relatively young at 23. And this is a real opportunity for him to put a marker down, to get himself in the top 10 in the world. A win against Wang Hao, one of the legends of the sport. And he's 4-2 in the lead. An excellent start by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, much to the delight of the German crowd.
And 4-2 is his lead in the first game. Excellent forehand topspin, heavy on spin to prepare for the winner with his trademark backhand topspin. Again, placed onto the elbow of his opponent. And it's 6-2 now. He's on a roll in the first game. Excellent rally from both players. Better end for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Like I was saying, if he can get to an open rally, certainly has a chance to beat Wang Hao, pinning him down in his backhand side. Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, excellent performance so far.
7-4.
Wang Hao there completely mistimed the reverse backhand topspin, but he was very fortunate the ball went over the net. Nobody was sure what spin was on the ball, including OVTCHAROV. So slightly fortunate there, Wang Hao. OVTCHAROV playing quite superbly at this point in time.
Should have made one step further to the left. Didn't position himself correctly for that forehand topspin. Placement was okay though. Again, playing wide into the Wang Hao forehand and then going for the win into the body. And Wang Hao here with an excellent service. OVTCHAROV having, much like his teammate Patrick Baum, having trouble controlling the serve. He's judged the spin on it. And as we've seen earlier, this may prove to be fatal against the Chinese players.
Timeout, German.
And it's interesting that Jörg Roskoff, the German coach, has called a timeout. And of course, OVTCHAROV was 7-3, 7-4 in the lead. And Wang Hao's come back really strong. But still, as you can see on the screen, OVTCHAROV leads by 1 point. Jörg Roskoff, a very seasoned campaigner, European champion in 1994 in Stuttgart, world doubles champion in 1989 in Dortmund, playing with Stefan Speedy Fetzner. Fetzner's somewhere in the crowd. But that's all history. We're interested in the outcome on the table at the moment. And OVTCHAROV jogging back to the table. Can you see him hanging on, Sebastian?
I do. Jörg Roskoff obviously trying to break the rhythm of the Chinese player, keeping the lead for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Now has to remember his strengths in the longer rallies. Of course, closely watching the service of his opponent. like he did in this instance. Excellent service receive. And then the step around forward forehand topspin by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Very impressive play so far in the first game. Chinese player probably feeling a little insecure. Usually called so-called forerunners. Looking for the early lead and then during the course of the game never giving it back. But now he's down 3 points. As this first game comes to a close. OVTCHAROV up 9-6 with his own service.
7-9.
Brilliant forehand topspin again by Wang Hao. A lot of spin on the ball, barely bounced up from the table. And now the young German has worked himself up to 3 game points against the world ranked number 2. Can he win this first game?
Yes, he can. The reverse backhand topspin off the end of the table. And OVTCHAROV takes the first game. 11 points to 7. Confirmation on screen. A great performance by the young German, appreciated by the crowd. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out when the players come back to the table. So the players now making their way back to the table for the start of the second game. I'm sure a little bit of concern in the Chinese corner there. Of course, Germany without their number 1 player, Timo Boll. OVTCHAROV now looking as though he's a real threat to the world number 2. And so Germany perhaps posing some questions for China. There we see the German squad. Looking very relaxed on the photograph, not quite as relaxed on the bench, but nevertheless, great start by OVTCHAROV, and he serves at the start of the second game.
And now Wang Hao being the one unable to control the service of his opponent. Great service variation from Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Wang Hao, in this instant as well, has to work for the point. It's not been handed to him. Excellent backhand block by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, hitting the ball quite early, putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. No reaction time for Wang Hao. Could manage to step around, had to reach behind him. Lost the ball entirely. And it's a 3-1 lead now for the German player. Great service variation by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, making it look like he was going to serve short. Came a long service instead. Just bouncing on the line. Excellent length. Wang Hao caught by surprise here. Tried tried it a second time. Half-long service this time. But Wang Hao up to the challenge, able to topspin on it from the get-go. Wang Hao this time going for short bouncing topspin. I think Ovtcharov was expecting it to be long. Tried to smash it in, but the ball already bounced. Very tense situation now between those two players. Tied at 4 in the second game. Again, excellent variation by Dimitrij Ovtcharov. Going for the winner into the body of Wang Hao. Great fine topspin, putting his whole weight into it. Nearly sat on the floor during this one. Be fortunate there. Warding him again. 2-point lead. He has to take at least one service off of Wang Hao.
Positive return of serve there from Ovtcharov, looking to take the initiative with the flick, just overhit slightly. If I was the German coach Rostov, I'd be quite pleased with that return of serve. Ovtcharov looking to be positive, looking to take the initiative.
That is, of course, the comfort zone of Wang Hao. Opening up with the first topspin. Over the table already proved to be too much for Dimitrij Ovtcharov. Try to block it back. Little side spin on it. To no avail. Excellent service by Dimitrij Ovtcharov, clenching his fist, showing positive body language on that one. Worked himself up to a lead again. Second game.
Hallmarks of a world-class player here, under pressure, 7-6 down, but no hesitation. Launches himself into that forehand topspin, a little bit of side spin, came around the outside of the ball. Just giving us a little demonstration of why he's number 2 in the world, but still, Ovtcharov very much in this second game, 7 points each.
Great service receive. A lot of backspin from the service being given back to Wang Hao. Let's judge the next one though.
If Ovtcharov can win this second game, 2-0 up, you'd probably back him to win against Wang Hao. If Wang Hao wins this, you'd probably back him to win. So absolutely pivotal moment in this second match. 8 points each.
Great play by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. He started up with his forehand service, but he has just been incorporating to his game as brand new service. Haven't seen that as much in the past. He's been using it more and more lately. And once again, it's the open rallies he has to look for, where he can bring in his very fast forehand and backhand topspin and varying the placement and the spin of the ball. Excellent service now. Dimitrij OVTCHAROV working himself up to 2 game points in the second game. Surprising Wang Hao once again with his own service and third ball attack. Amazing play so far by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV.
The players can use the towel every 6 points. A further 6 points have progressed. OVTCHAROV taking his time this time, fully entitled to towel down. 2 game points. Wang Hao now ready to serve. Needs both these points with the serve. But what a return of serve. Came across, returned a short serve to his forehand with the backhand, top spin it down the line. OVTCHAROV wins the second game by 11 points to 8. The crowd ecstatic. Confirmation of the situation. OVTCHAROV leads by 2 games to 0. A surprise in the making. OVTCHAROV jogging out to the table. That's hardly surprising. He's won the first 2 games, 11-7, 11-8. What a win this would be for the 23-year-old from Germany. A win against one of the legends of the sport, former world champion, world #1 until 3 days ago. So great performance so far. Can he keep the momentum going? It's the best of 5 games. OVTCHAROV now 1 game away from an outstanding victory. Confirmation of the situation on screen. Wang Hao to serve at the start of the 3rd game.
Again, very bold service return from Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. He has shown this throughout the game so far. Puts pressure on his opponent right away. Excellent service on his own. Exceptionally bold as well to play a long service at that situation. Two direct points with his own service. That is highly unusual as well, especially against a player like Wang Hao, using his panel technique, usually very safe in service receive. Both players now trying every service in their playbook. It's a long one. Usually only see 2 or 3 of that a match. And now it's been 3 in this game alone. Wang Hao seemed a bit too slow in stepping up to that topspin. Highly unusual weakness. Usually very quick on his feet. Very fortunately for Wang Hao, return at the edge of the net. And even bounced back into it. There's no point getting a racket in between. One topspin by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV seemed a bit sloppy, trying to lift it up too much. The idea though was correct. Forehand side of Wang Hao was open. It's now tied at 4. And that is the Dimitrij OVTCHAROV we have seen throughout this match, aggressively playing topspins, pinning Wang Hao down on his body. OVTCHAROV being supported by his home crowd here in Magdeburg. Of course, the spectators would like to see Germany succeeding.
5-6.
What he, of course, must not do is let Wang Hao claw himself back into this game.
Excellent return of service there by Wang Hao. He read the spin superbly. A very delicate touch, soft hands required to push the ball back so tight. And you just sense now Wang Hao getting back into this match. He's certainly won 4 or 5 of the last 6 points. He leads 7-5. And of course now Wang Hao with his 2 serves to come.
That is, of course, what happens if you let go of the reins against the Chinese player for just 2 seconds. Game can turn around in an instant. OVTCHAROV not losing sight of his opponent in this game, though. 6-8 with his own service.
6-8.
Again having success with the service into Wang Hao's body. Fast topspin afterwards. Timeout now being called by Liu Guoyang.
8-5, of course, for Wang Hao. The last 2 points for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. So Liu Guoyang there looking to break the momentum that's been established over the last few points by OVTCHAROV. Of course, Wang Hao can't afford to lose any of the remaining 3 games. He has to win all 3. On the other hand, the gentleman on screen there, Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, just needs to win 1 game. He's 8-7 down, but he's just 4 points away from one of the greatest victories of his career. He's just got to keep his nerve. He's got to try and get in with strong top spins, keep Wang Hao fairly quiet. He's capable of doing it. The crowd are behind him. The stage is set. Can he pull it off?
That indeed would be his greatest victory. Maybe that dawned on him as well, so he became a little nervous with the victory in sight. Now he's 4 points away from it. Equalizing the score to 8-all. Again, excellent service variation by Dimitrij Ovtcharov. Wang Hao unable to receive correctly. Top spin on the serve.
See on the replay here, the return just a fraction high. And Wang Hao, instinctively, he's in with that strong forehand topspin into the body of Ovtcharov. 9-8. Wang Hao with his second serve.
And he's being cheered by the crowd. Rightfully so. Tying the score at 9-all. Only 2 points away from beating Wang Hao. 3-0, that is. Wang Hao has shown many a times, over and over for the last years, that he plays excellently, even under pressure. He's been able to turn around many games.
That was an outstanding return of service by Wang Hao under pressure. He kept the return tight. Game point for China. Ovtcharov with the second serve. I'm sure Ovtcharov will be looking to get in behind this serve. But it was Wang Hao who took the initiative first, went on to win the point, and he takes the third game, 11 points to 9. But still, Dimitrij Ovtcharov leads by 2 games to 1. Confirmation of the situation on screen. What an exciting match we are privileged to be watching. And again, Ovtcharov, first one back to the table. He's eager to get the 4th game underway. The crowd are eager for the 4th game to get underway.
That, of course, would be sensational if Germany could go on to tie the score 1-1 between Germany and China. Chinese was struggling yesterday as well against Russia. Barely winning by 3 games to 2. Marlin losing his singles match against Kirill Skachkov. Development of the game looked much like this one so far. First point in the 4th goes to Dimitrij Ovtcharov, who's again been able to capitalize on his unusual service.
Of course, what this will be doing for the Chinese coach, Liu Guoliang, posing him with a few questions for next season, the Olympics in London 2012. He's got such a strong squad. Who does he leave out? Marlin has had a few, by his standard, poor performances in Sweden. He lost to one of the young French players. Lost yesterday, as you say, Sebastian. I think that just touched. Indeed, it did.
Ovtcharov acknowledging it. Wang Hao saying we'll side. point being given to OVTCHAROV though.
We'll have a look at that. It'd be great to see this on the slow motion.
Play.
I think from where he hit the ball, that will be very difficult to have hit the side of the table.
That's right, because it came from up.
But now the umpire giving the point to Wang Hao. Very difficult call for the umpire. Very difficult. Personally, I'm giving the point to Germany, but I'm adding to that it was a very tough decision to make. I think the fact the ball was hit from within it looked to me as though the ball was hit from within the confines of the table. Just have a look at he's coming down.
That's hard to tell.
That's a difficult call. What do you think, Sebastian?
I think it was side, but I'm not sure either. It's very hard to see from our perspective as well.
One thing for sure, this is going to get the crowd going. The German supporters weren't happy.
The score now is 3-1 to Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, so I think the point was given to him. Well, either way, it's a very difficult decision for the umpire, especially if they're not sure themselves.
But you're quite right, Sebastian. They gave the point to Germany. I think that was the right decision, but... The players will change ends in the fifth game, of course, but we're into the fourth game. If it goes to a fifth and final game, players change ends when one player makes 5 points. Wang Hao now with his 2 serves to come.
Left. 2-4.
That service being called. Serve will be repeated.
3-4.
Excellent third ball attack from Wang Hao. OVTCHAROV seemingly didn't make an effort to step to the right. He's a little too late to boot. And as Wang Hao ties the score at 4, we're getting confirmation on the head-to-head. Wang Hao beat Dimitrij OVTCHAROV 5 out of 5 played matches. This will be the first time OVTCHAROV has ever won against him. Will this be a victory for him? Excellent aggressive backhand topspin over the table. Surprising Wang Hao entirely. Wasn't expecting it cross court. OVTCHAROV very bold in his play. Now there's a quite comfortable 2-point lead already in the fourth.
That was a great return of service. It was only just long. Super backhand topspin. Clenched fist punches the air. 7-4. Germany lead.
Well, he looks determined too. And why not? He's up 4 points now against the world ranked number 2. He used to be unbeatable in the world the last 2 years. And now he's on the brink of losing to Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. He's being pushed by the crowd here from point to point.
8-5.
Missing the third ball attack here entirely.
The serve was long. Wang Hao in there straight away with that forehand topspin to win the point. Not the best of serves. And now Wang Hao has his 2 serves to come.
OVTCHAROV, of course, has to focus on the next point. Don't think about winning like he did in the game before.
7-8.
That's the right idea here. Not executed well enough. And it's come down to 1 point lead, which is, of course, in the end, still a lead for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV.
One thing for sure, if Jorg Roskopf had a timeout, he'd use it now. But he used it in the first game to good effect, I hasten to add.
He almost stopped playing on that one. Didn't expect it to come back. So did the crowd. But Wang Hao managed to return the ball. And OVTCHAROV came back with the winning topspin. And it's now 9-7 for the 23-year-old German. Now. This is turning more and more into a thriller.
Not the best serve at all there, Sebastian, from Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. There we see it, mid-table. It was neither long nor short, not sure what he was trying to do, but it received the suitable treatment from Wang Hao. Fairly straightforward, steps round, rocket forehand topspin into the backhand of OVTCHAROV. And the crowd now on the edge of their seats. 9 points each. Business end of the 4th game. OVTCHAROV 2 points away from the best win of his career.
Wow, what a bold backhand attack from Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Exactly the same situation, but with reverse sides. Wang Hao now going for the mid-table. Long service, and OVTCHAROV just smashes back with a backhand topspin. And this is so difficult for him. He knows that these kinds of opportunities are unlikely to come again.
He's done it! The crowd are on their feet. What a victory for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Held his nerve, took the 4th game, 11 points to 9. There he is, he can't believe it, he's absolutely delighted. Confirmation of the score on screen. What a great forehand topspin. There he is. A look of delight, a look of shock. But he salutes the crowd, and the crowd are on their feet. Standing ovation for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. However, we have to remember, a long way to go yet in this semi-final. Germany won, China won, and we now wait for the doubles. But let's just look again. What a victory. The world number 2, beaten by 3 games to 1, and it has to be said by a better player on the day.
Absolutely amazing performance here by Dimitrij OVTCHAROV, tying the score for his team at 1-0 now. It's 1-0 Germany against China. The doubles game. We'll have to give the answer to who comes out the lead.
the format of the team event here in Magdeburg at the World Team Cup. It's following the Olympic system, and basically at the beginning of the match the two coaches announce the first two singles on, and they announce one of the players who